What's up, guys? My name is Adewale. I'm super excited to have you guys here today. This show is just totally about providing value to you guys. Today, I'm meeting with the entrepreneur, Mr. Teshorn. First, I just like for you to just tell them who you are, what you do, what you're about. Just go ahead.
All right. I'm Teshorn Jackson. I'm a wedding photographer based in Fort Worth, Texas. I am originally from the Caribbean, Antigua to be specific. I call it Paradise.
Paradise.
If you haven't been to Paradise, you haven't lived yet.
Oh, man.
I'm about, being in this country here, to me, is a land of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything you want to do. You can become anybody you want to become. Mm-hmm. Look at our chief executive officer. Look at who's in the White House.
That's very true. That's very true.
So I'm an opportunist.
Yeah.
If I see an opportunity for something, I will find a way to create it or seize an opportunity. Mm-hmm. So right now, I'm a wedding photographer.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
is that all you do full time?
That's my full time job.
That's
I left
amazing.
Architecture. Was it 7 years ago? I left it
7
alone.
years ago. That's
I walked away
amazing.
from that career.
It's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
And what was your background?
Architecture. Yeah, architecture was my background.
Okay.
Civil design.
Okay.
So I got laid off after 10 years.
Okay. And that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So you got laid off after 10 years, and what made you just automatically transition to being a photographer? Was that the first thing?
Well, no, I was
thought about, or?
When I was in School of Architecture.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up a camera 10 years ago. In fact, this year, 10 years. October.
That's amazing.
10 years. First, I'm picking up a camera. Didn't know anything about it, but after I laid off, I actually took a break from photography.
Gotcha.
I decided to work on another business opportunity that we created, and didn't work out so well.
That's fine.
But so
That's
in
fine.
2013, I told myself, 2012, I told myself maybe I should do photography full time. Just focus all my.
So you've
attention
always
on that.
been doing photography on the side?
Yes, since 2008, late 2008. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I'm just thinking about when I started. I really just started because somebody told me about, oh yeah, this guy, he's booking weddings, like charging X amount, like a lot of money. He's booked throughout the year. And I was like, I was an engineer. Like I just really recently quit, like last year actually, before moving down here. I was like, it took like 4.5 years for me to actually get to where I'm actually full time too. But I think it's very unique. It's very interesting how a lot of entrepreneurs like start. Some people have been doing it for like years, right? Photography. So it's obviously a passion for you, right?
Yeah, because when I started, like from 2008 October to like 2011, 12, I was just playing around because it was fun.
Gotcha.
I had a real career in architecture.
Yeah.
So a camera for me was just shooting pictures of models and couples, and it wasn't for real.
Gotcha.
But one of my professors was a photographer, and he'd look at my photos. He said, "These are really good," and I don't know what good it really was. I was like, "It is?" He's like, "Yeah, it's really good." I was like, "Okay, well, maybe I should really kind of try it."
So that's another question I was going to ask you is this, right? How important? How do you compare, or what would you give in terms of percentage, being inspired, working hard, versus the actual practical technicalities of the actual job? So you're saying that professor told you about it, and you're like, oh wow, maybe I should learn more about this. So I'm sure you probably took classes or you watched some videos and stuff like that, right?
YouTube was the only thing that
Gotcha. At the time.
At that time,
like
yeah.
2000 and what?
Because that was like 2000 and like 10, 11, 12ish. You know what I mean? It was just
so it's a lot of YouTube learning.
I didn't put too much time to it because I just remember watching some YouTube stuff here and there.
Gotcha.
And for me, it was just shooting and just. Then some of my friends were also photographers in the Caribbean, so we kind of would have conversations about it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's not even in the United States. Okay,
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah.
Like even here, I didn't really know too many photographers in the U.S.
Gotcha.
So like people have access to photography now.
That's amazing.
At that time, there was little access to anything unless you knew someone.
So it's a lot of like trial and error, just taking pictures.
A lot of trial and error.
Learning a lot of stuff.
Countless trial and errors.
Gotcha.
Faking it till I was gonna make it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it's so amazing how much like people grow. Also, just constantly being like in tune with just constantly working at your craft, trying to build it. But just one of the things I think is so important is you starting off and then where you are today, right? So you've had to like look at certain classes, you had to like learn from certain people, right, to get to where you are today. You take amazing pictures, by the way. I was on your website yesterday, just like just going through it, right? You take amazing pictures also. So who would you say has like influenced you to be a better? I'm sure there are a lot of people, but two things. Let me be specific because I've done this before, and I just asked for who influences you. They threw out a couple of names in terms of photographers. what I want to be specific with this: someone who actually inspires you, and someone who you can technically learn from. In terms of, I could go to this website or I could learn, because again, I'm trying to provide value. So there are up and coming photographers out there who want to learn about photography. I want you to tell them, hey, not you don't have to speak to the camera, but I want you to like for you personally, someone who actually just inspires you. Their work is like crazy amazing, and the other is who can you, maybe it could be the same person, but who's out there that you could technically learn from. Because like I said, being inspired is one thing. You still need the background in terms of like the technicalities. So,
I'll put a spin on your question.
Sure.
Remember, there are two pivotal points in my career. It was around 2000 and maybe 13 or so. 2013. I had a shoot at Grapevine Lake. Okay. And it was a model friend of mine. She was a girl when I was an amateur still then. But I really got the camera. I remember I went on Model Mayhem. I saw this model and I'm like, when I get good, I'm gonna shoot her one day.
That's amazing.
She ended up being in a wedding that I shot in 2012.
2012. Okay.
And I was like, oh, she's a bridesmaid.
I
really get to shoot her.
Let's get a little session.
And so we connected at the wedding, and we decided to do a shoot at Grapevine Lake. And I was excited. I get the shoot done. I went home, load files to my Lightroom, and I just found a random JPEG file, sent it to my phone, and sent it to my group photographer friends in WhatsApp. And one guy, his name is Lyle. They go by Scroll Vision.
Okay.
He said, "That's a nice cell phone shot."
I'm like, that's painful, man.
A cell phone
shot? I put my
shot?
heart into this. That's painful.
I was like, yo, it's unedited. I was showing you the shoot that I had. He's like,
so you hadn't like color corrected it?
I just grabbed a random file to show them. He's like,
good.
that's a nice cell phone shot you got there.
That's it.
And I was like, man.
Crushed your dreams.
And I got upset. I was pissed.
Gotcha.
Because I'm like, is this a random shot? I wanted to show you my shoot.
Yeah.
But what it did for me, it told me, no matter what you shoot like, it shouldn't look like a cell phone shot. So I went back to the same lake, I think 2 weeks later, for another shoot with the model.
Gotcha.
And I was very cognizant of what I was doing. And I said, no matter what I shoot, it better not look like a cell phone shot.
That's a good thing to think about when you're shooting.
Because had he not said that to me, I wouldn't have thought about that.
That's true.
That's the first thing. And then the other one was August 2016. I had a wedding. No, I had a maternity shoot in Houston with a previous client. Okay. And G-Day was, was actually in Houston at the same time. He had a wedding. Yep. And I said, if you need me, I'm there. I can help you out. He's like, oh no, but I can't, I'm not gonna pay you right now. I said, yo,
it's the hustle.
It's not about paying me. If you need help, we're in the same city. I will help you because my shoot's not till the following day. He's like, come on over, and I became a great help for him. But I was also learning a lot,
which is great. So I would totally advise you guys out there, if one of the quickest way to get into learning or being better is by, sometimes you may not get paid for it. Just find somebody, right? Which is what you say, find somebody who's great, and it's like, I'll tag along for free. You don't have to pay me. The value you get up front from that is amazing, right? So that's great. That's
because we'd not connected before, and so we were strangers. But while he told me, okay, put the lights down, go shoot. And we're shooting the bride and girls getting ready.
Doing prep, right? Okay.
Yeah, doing the prep. And we're both shooting. The girls are laughing, having a good time. I'm shooting. I'm shooting. He looks at me. He said, "Come with me." I'm like, okay. He takes me outside the hallway. He's like, "What are you shooting? What are you doing?" Like I'm
just taking pictures, man.
Like he's like, "Yeah, but you're missing the point."
It's amazing.
I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? You getting upset with me? I'm helping you out.
I'm helping you out, right? Yeah.
He's like, let me see your camera.
Okay.
He goes to my camera. He's like, you see, stop it, but you're missing the point.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, relax. He's like, let me show what I've got.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, well, damn,
this is different.
How you getting all this? And he's like, you know what? You need to go to foundations. It'll help you. I'm like, foundation? That's expensive.
Gotcha. Is this a foundation
workshop? Yeah.
Workshop. Okay.
And he's like, I think if you go, it'll be good for you.
And it does not sound that way.
Add more British spin on it.
You got it.
But I was like, I went home. We didn't until 1 in the morning. I went back to my computer, and I was like, ooh, that's expensive. Man, for a workshop?
Oh gosh, yeah. And this is an online workshop.
No, it's a full
in-person
workshop.
Okay.
And it was this shoot happened was August, and the workshop was in January.
Gotcha. So
and
save up.
And the second payment was due September.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I missed the first payment.
Yeah.
But when I researched the workshop and I saw who all went to it, and I said, wow, these amazing people have gone. And I looked at our community who's gone to it, and it wasn't that many of us. And I was like, you know what? If it was good enough for these people, who am I not to go?
And their work is really good.
Yeah, their work's it's phenomenal. And I'm like, man, if these people they're pretty good, and they go to this workshop, I should invest myself and go.
Gotcha.
And I did that last January. Yeah, so those are two.
This is even more like this is recent.
It's recent. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it's like
years ago. Okay.
Because I felt like I needed to really invest in my education, because oftentimes
it is so important, because I think that's why I asked about the inspired aspect and who you look up to versus like the technical, because a lot of people sometimes they work hard, right? But you have to back that up with just practical technical knowledge, and that if you combine those two, that's the only way your pictures or your film or whatever it is, your makeup, whatever you do, that's the only way that'll look amazing to like outside viewers, right? So you have to like take class. So that's amazing that you did that.
I think it's important. I think about like even athletes who are good, who still hire a coach off season to train.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And for me, I've conducted workshops in the past. I'm like, not only should I only conduct workshops, I need to get more education myself. You can't be hosting workshops and you haven't been trained yourself.
Gotcha.
You have to invest. You know, show what you know and have learned over the years, and still get some more additional training.
So, like this specific, you said the foundation class. Can you just give us a little bit more information on it, maybe for like whoever wants to.
It's a very high intensity, emotionally, physically draining workshop. In fact, at the workshop, I questioned whether or not I was good enough to be a photographer.
Wow.
It was
which a lot of us go through, right? A lot of us entrepreneurs, we constantly go through stuff like that. But it's just good, it's just not good.
Yeah, but it was just one of those that, it was so mentally tough for me, the real assignment they gave us. And I stood there for about 30 minutes questioning whether or not I could even do it.
Wow.
And I shot a lot of weddings. I shot a lot of Nigerian weddings. And those are challenging at times.
Very, very.
But this assignment was very tough for me. And it was mainly just mentally. But I pushed through it. I spent 8 hours there. You can push through.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those that it focuses on photojournalism.
Okay.
And it's just
photojournalism for anything.
You can be weddings, family stuff, because there's some photographers there who weren't wedding photographers.
So it's just telling us that it teaches you how to tell a story.
Yeah, it's about
It's not just like flickering, taking pictures.
Nah, you're telling real stories.
It's amazing.
And things that really matter the most.
I know you do film also, right? Yeah. So we're both film guys, by the way. So I definitely have to ask you. For me, obviously, I know who I learned from, right? I took a class and Ray Roman, obviously.
I took his class too.
That's like that's like my number one person. Like I pay a lot of attention. I took his class and learned all like the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Also being inspired and all that. So for you, is it Ray Roman? Do you have somebody else? Maybe I can learn more.
I took Ray Roman's workshop 2016. Yeah, I think end of fall of 2016.
Okay.
When he came to Dallas, and I took it the little pre-class at WPPI back in that spring as well. So it's
I remember I took his. I remember I was working still. It was like 4 years ago. I took it twice though. The first time was like an online course. The second time was I was working and it was in Boston when I was working in Connecticut. It was like up in Boston. I took a day off from work, drove all the way down to Boston, took the class. I finally met. I remember taking the picture. Maybe I'll insert the picture right there. Yeah. But the crazy thing is I think I was actually even wearing the same sweater.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know why I remember that. But anyways, yeah. So I think that's amazing. One of the things that struck me about you is I remember moving here and I'm still trying to get better at like networking, and it's something I texted you. Probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I'm still trying to get better at networking. I know you messaged me on Facebook. I was like, okay. He was like, hey, what's up? Welcome to Dallas. If you want to hang out, if you need anything, just ask. I thought that was very like that. I don't know, caught me off guard. It's a normal thing, I'd say, but for me, I'm more like I always put myself in like under the shell, and I'm really trying to put myself out there and meet different people. And it's my first time. Yeah, this is my first. I don't know. Our first time actually meeting on set. So that's very interesting. So I can just tell it's very important as a business person to actually this is a cliche, obvious thing, but how important is networking and meeting new people for you?
It's
in terms of your business, in terms of you as just a human being that cares about other people.
Well, for me, I think relationships matter. I think Chike, he calls it relationship capital. Chike is the
Chike,
of the one of the owners of Munaluchi magazine. He said relationship capital.
That's a good cause. I got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So for me, relationships count. When you have good relationships, you know, some things happen in life, and good relationships can help bail you out of situations.
That's true. Okay.
So, I don't care if a person, photographer, filmmaker, if they're in my city and they need help, I'm willing to help them out.
Like I said, I thought that was that was amazing for you to just reach out. I mean, I'm a video guy. You're a video guy. It's like, so I didn't care obviously about like competitors and all that stuff, but I thought it was just amazing. It was very inviting to like welcome me and ask me. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
so
because I was like, if the guys do my city, might as well, you know, because you reached out to me to shoot your wedding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's like what, a year and a half ago. Yeah, that's true.
I was like, who's this guy? And I realized in the same group. Yeah, but it's just
true,
for me. I want people to feel welcome in a new city. I haven't been to a new city in a long time, so it's like maybe I just, you know, I'm nice anyway to people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, they don't want to reach out to other people. They're a competitor. I can care less. Like I'm gonna get paid no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, so just listen. Say you guys say it again.
Okay, I'm gonna be all right. The thing is, you see that sky out there?
Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah.
It's plenty sky.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the biggest things. And I really wanted to have like this medium to just, it'll be you this today, tomorrow, it'll be like a filmmaker, be a makeup artist, whatever it is. Or I keep saying makeup artist, DJ, whatever it is. Just, I really want to push for us to like, and it's just free, right? I'm not paying you. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yes,
I'm not paying.
First time's free.
There's no money for that. So I think it's so amazing to just. That's why I'm asking all these questions, because somebody who's on the come up who wants to learn about photography as a community, we could all get better. We could raise the standard by people like you, people like me, or whatever it is, whatever field you're in the web industry or whatever event industry. You guys should just come up and just talk about who inspires you, what classes you're taking to be better and all that stuff. So that's really, I'm not sure why I'm having like this kind of discussion. So yeah, I think I could ask you more questions, but I think we're almost there. Just the last piece, I ask you two more questions. What's challenging? What do you find challenging being an entrepreneur? I believe your wife is an entrepreneur too. I know we didn't dive into that. Maybe that'll be another episode. But what's really? You have a son, which is right. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm going too personal.
Fine. My life is an
son.
open book, man.
That's amazing. You just had a son too. So being a father, being a husband, being an entrepreneur, having a wife as an entrepreneur, and even working in this field. Right, of like wedding photography, event photography, family stuff, and videography too. What's really challenging for you? I guess it could be a deep question, but just think what's really challenging.
The hardest part about this business is no guarantees. Okay, that's why a lot of people have day jobs still, because they know there's no guarantee you'll get a contract for next year. You have to go out there and hunt, like a real hunter.
It's very true. It's cold out here.
Don't kill your meat, bring it home, chop it up, store it. You know, the Bible says, "Go to the ant-slug and consider his ways and be wise. He has no ruler over it, but he gathers his harvest and makes sure it has stuff for in the winter time." Gotcha. So you have to always keep that in mind, because you can't earn money and spend it all. You got to think about next year. You think about your retirement. A lot of photographers have no retirement. They're not even thinking about it because they're so focused on the here and now.
Constantly booking next weddings or booking next.
Yeah, I gotta think about this wedding I'm booking here. They gotta pay me long term. Okay, but that's the hardest challenge, is making sure that I can always go out and hunt.
You know what scares me? Just even talking. The funny thing is talking to more photographers, actually, than videographers. A lot of you guys, but it scares me that a lot of you guys get tired of, especially the wedding industry. You guys just are constantly, I'm not saying you, but there are certain individuals like I'll talk to, they're like, okay, I can't keep doing this. Because obviously family depends on you, but I would think family would come first, right? So like just taking time, and I know last year I covered like 40 weddings, so just always constantly traveling, and it was a lot of weddings, destination weddings. Just always constantly traveling. It was really hard on me, because after a while it becomes repetitive. So I think it's very interesting how sometimes I talk to a lot of you guys are constantly saying, you know what again, I'm not talking about you guys are constantly saying that, hey man, this is tiring. It gets tiring again. But I mean, I guess you can look at it in the same way as life is challenging, right? So you have to like, I don't know. I don't know what
No,
your take is on it.
it's,
So I have like certain amount
it
of
is
years
tiring.
left. Yeah.
But I know my long-term goals are. I know my why.
So you have to think about that
so
ahead of time.
because I don't plan on doing this forever.
That's those are the exact words I'm talking
I'm not
about.
gonna be shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that 60-year-old guy shooting at nobody's wedding.
Yeah.
No, that's not my no.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know like the business model of photography, the standard business model doesn't work with my core values.
Gotcha.
Meaning
send
like
shooters
I
out
want to be able to own a train station.
Gotcha.
Hire conductors to run it.
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't. The whole working for money goes against my core values. That's not a true entrepreneur for me. You know, you have to go click to get paid. The direct relationship, it doesn't work for me. But I'm doing it for now because I'm setting up things for the future. Again, I'm an entrepreneur. In fact, the same guy who told me about, he said, nice cell phone shot. He always said long ago, he said, you're not a photographer, you're a businessman with a camera.
Which is, it depends on
nothing wrong with
who you
that.
are. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, which is, I think that's who I am. I'm more of I'm trying to be more of like a successful entrepreneur. I'm looking at it as it's sad, I guess, but just for my values or whatever I have to get done for my family and I, right? I'm thinking this is just one of the channels, right? Film, wedding cinematography. So, and I do have other options, other things I'm looking into. So this isn't one of them also. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, because I have to, I mean, imagine being that old guy, you know, because you're older.
With the
no shot at no old person. I mean, it's like, yo, if it works for you, keep doing it. But I know I just, if you don't shoot, you don't eat. No, that's not an entrepreneur. And the book is E-Myth Revisited talks about that. Yeah,
the Revisited. I haven't read that, but
it's really good.
Version,
yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's you want to be able to create systems to where I want to get paid while I'm sleeping, even in this business. And it's possible.
It's hard. I would say it's hard. It's challenging.
If the George Streets can do it, they're no smarter than me.
That's true.
The completes, okay, the wedding pros. These are just guys who say, you know what? They understand they have to build a system to where send other people out, and that's what my other company I'm working on is for.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be shooting. I want to be able to be on my vacation back in paradise, knowing work's getting done.
Yeah.
And my son's being taken care of.
That's amazing. That's cool. So I think that's it. I would like for you have the floor. I would like for you to just, I don't know, ask the viewer a question or something, just for them to comment, or I'd like for you to even just sell yourself. It's totally up to, it's the floor.
Well, people know me, they don't know me, I don't sell anything. You guys sell yourself to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, because, it's just the thing is, people, they always, I want to be a photographer, like, why? I'm not going to say I want to be a doctor. I mean, I'm gonna be a chef. All I'm good at cooking. It's just think about when I'm talking about as it relates to this business itself. You want to be able to do something where you can get paid for it, whether or not you're working. Okay. I just happen to fall into wedding photography. When I picked up a camera, people used to ask me to shoot weddings all the time. I'm like, no. I turned on every wedding for like 2 years. I'm not interested in weddings. But after I got married, and I thought about my image, my wedding photos. I was like, maybe I can, do better than what my photographer did. But for the first few years, I didn't care about weddings. I wanted to have fun with it. But I mean, somebody wants to be a wedding photographer. I always ask why. I mean, like, have bigger goals, have high aspirations. Okay.
Don't get into wedding photography.
It's just people do it because people like that gratification. They want to be popular. They want to be famous. They want to travel the world. They think it's glamorous. When I first started this, I thought it was glamorous to travel the world as well. My sister asked me yesterday, I was in Houston shooting, and she's like, does it get lonely traveling? I said, it does. I'm at these other countries and everyone's all coupled up together, and I'm like, by myself. I'm watching like,
hey.
Everybody's all beat up together by myself. So it's like, I always say have a high aspiration. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with being a wedding photographer. It's a great career. If you're passionate about it, you can do a lot of things with it. Okay, but think long term. I think.
I think this plays into what you're saying too. It's more important it's more important that you actually just take a step back and think long term. Right? It's not about just right now and then traveling, which is, like I said, it's also important that if that's your passion, if that's what you love doing, then by all means just go ahead and travel the world and do strictly photography. But if you just have to take a step back and think, what are you really trying to achieve, right? So
what is the end? What's the end
just
game?
the why, yeah.
And then if it, again, the whole, direct relationship of shooting for pay, it goes against my core values. But again, I'm making a sacrifice for the greater goal, because I'm using it because I plan to make $1 million in this business.
Amen.
All right? And I can.
Amen. Yeah.
I'm smart enough to do it. I'm from the Caribbean. We're smart. We're foreigners
Hustlers.
in a strange land. We'll make it happen. All right.
Yeah.
But it's just, you just have to take your time, assess what you really want to get done, and go from there. Get a good mentor. Okay. Ask people who's been in the field longer, because people come into it blindly. I came into it blindly. I tried to get a mentor. In fact, I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
No names.
My family, my wife's family.
You know who you are. You know who you are. Go ahead.
And I remember when I was an amateur, I asked him to help me out. I said, I want to be like you. I want to really be successful. And I asked for a piece of advice. He said, go to college for photography. I got 2 college degrees.
Okay.
I'm not going back. Not for no photography degree.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said, I'll take you out to shoot. Take you out to shoot with me sometime. Never got a call. And I made it my life mission
to get better.
Not to
better than
compete
him.
with that guy.
Not better than him, just to get better.
No, I'm gonna be better than that guy. But we're cool. In fact, we had the same inquiry for a wedding.
That's funny. Yeah.
And I was told I was too expensive. I said, I'm happy to be more expensive.
That's a good
thing,
right?
I'm happy you said that. And I booked him. He offered a lot more for a lot less.
Gotcha.
But the bride and they saw more value in what I had to offer.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the same guy who didn't really help me out. I wanted help, and I was like, boom, I done made it. I can retire now.
If you're good enough, I'm stealing this from Gary Vee. If you're good enough, you'll win. So in a competitive market, if you're good enough, you'll win. So you can't try to pull people down or just try to build the biggest building in town. It's if you're good enough, you'll win. So that's all it is.
And I'd even say, with that, it's because I used to be from the Caribbean, right? I was raised a certain way. My mindset, my mom gave me a book by Ben Carson. No shade. Leave it alone, right? Oh, Think Big. Think Big. That's when he was good. He was a great guy back in Think Big days, right?
Yeah.
He said, my mom told me, when you come to this country, if they can do it, you can do better. Okay? Always think big. And for me, so it kind of conditioned my mind a little bit, but I wasn't mature enough to understand what that really meant. So I was the guy that was always, people say I'm cocky, I'm arrogant, conceited. I was like, no, I know
doing your thing.
I know what I'm able to do. I know what I'm blessed with, so I'm gonna walk confidently. And people say, when they say it to me, I'm like, if you don't have low self-esteem, you would think differently yourself.
That's very true.
But I know what they were talking about. I had an air of, you ain't as good yet. So I wanted to be the best, whatever I did.
There's
I realized
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I was like, but I don't care to be the best anymore. I want to be the person that's different.
It's very important. Yeah.
An uneducated bride can't tell the difference who's good or bad. They book people who are terrible. I got booked when I was terrible. They don't know any difference.
Very true.
But if you give them something that's different, they can connect with that. Okay. But when you strive to be the greatest, the greatest, that goal post will change all the time. Because somebody's always gonna be better than you.
Be better. Yeah.
So don't only try to be the best. Give your best and be different.
That's good. That's a good point. That's a good point. So where can people find you?
Where can they find me?
Instagram. I'm sorry.
Where can they find me?
Go ahead. Instagram, social media.
You just type in Teshorn Jackson, right? You just search my name.
Gotcha.
You find me Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I'm on every social media platform. I even have Kick.
Kick? Really?
Yeah. I have a 17-year-old sister. So she had it when she was maybe 14. So I like to monitor what she's doing.
Wow.
So where my sister's
I
at.
didn't think about that happening.
But I don't know how to log in. It's been so long.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think.
But it's...
Okay, that's awesome.
There's Teshorn Jackson. You can just Google my name and you'll find me.
That's awesome. All right. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for coming out. Like I said, it's very interesting meeting you, man.
Pleasure.
We're signing out. That's it.
We out of here.